Warm greetings from the High 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans on this early morning of December 30th, 2020, Wednesday. Yes, it's the witching hour, and naturally with the witching hour comes the macabre and utter buffoonery and craziness and nonsense. And this is a continuation of the story of the Nashville bombing. If you need verification for the storyline, please log on to the Tennessean. Girlfriend warned Nashville police Anthony Warner was building bomb a year ago, report shows. 16 months before Anthony Quinn Warner's RV exploded in downtown Nashville on Christmas morning, officers visited his home in Antioch after his girlfriend reported that he was making bombs in the vehicle, according to documents obtained by the Tennessean. On Friday, 63-year-old Warner blew up a city block, police say, about 6:30 a.m. on 2nd Avenue outside of an AT&T switch facility. The bomb caused massive destruction to 41 downtown buildings and crippled the telecommunication systems throughout the Southeast over the weekend. In the aftermath, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation said Warner was not on our radar prior to the bombing, but a Metro Police Department Nashville Police Department report from August 2019 shows that local and federal authorities were aware of alleged threats he had made. No actions appeared to have been taken to stop Warner, a slender 5'8", 135-pound man who died in the explosion, which injured 3 others. On August 21st, 2019, the girlfriend told Nashville police that Warner was building bombs in the RV trailer at his residence, the MNPD report states. Nashville police then forwarded the information to the FBI. Officers were called to the home of Warner's girlfriend, roughly a mile and a half from Warner, who lived at 115 Beckertown Road. Police were called by the woman's attorney, Raymond Throckmorton III, who was concerned about the comments she had made. When they arrived, they found her sitting on the porch with 2 unloaded guns nearby. She related that the guns belonged to a Tony Warner and that she did not want them in the house any longer. MNPD spokesman Don Aaron said in a statement to the Tennessean. While at the house, the woman told police about the bomb comments Warner had made. Throckmorton, who served as the woman's attorney, told officers Warner frequently talks about the military and bomb making, the document said. Warner knows what he is doing and is capable of making a bomb, the attorney said to the officers, according to the report. In an interview Tuesday night, Throckmorton told the Tennessean he urged police at the time to look into the woman's claim. He said she feared for her safety, believing Warner may harm her. Police then went to the Warner's home, but he didn't answer the door after they knocked several times. Officers saw his RV behind the house, but the vehicle was fenced off and the police were unable to see inside of it, the report said. While there, police noted that there were several security cameras and wires attached to an alarm sign on the front door. The officers notified supervisors and detectives about the incident. They saw no evidence of a crime and had no authority to enter his home of fenced property. Aaron said of the officers' unsuccessful attempt to make contact with Warner or look inside the RV. The department's hazardous devices unit was given a copy of the report. The next day, Nashville police sent the report and identifying information about Warner to the FBI to check their databases, Aaron said in a statement to the Tennessean. Later that day, Aaron said the FBI reported back and they checked their holdings and found no records on Warner at all. Daryl DeBusk, a spokesperson for the FBI, told the Tennessean Tuesday night the inquiry was a standard agency-to-agency record check. Then on August 28, 2019, the Department of Defense reported back that checks on Warner were all negative, Aaron said. During the week of August 26, 2019, police called Throckmorton, who declined to allow police to interview Warner or go on Warner's property, the FBI told the Tennessean. Okay, that's interesting. So her attorney declined to allow police to interview Warner or go on Warner's property, but yet he's the same one who was saying he felt like the guy could make bombs, had the propensity to make bombs. It's very interesting. In a statement Tuesday night from Aaron, he said officers recalled Throckmorton saying Warner did not care for the police and that Throckmorton would not allow Warner to give consent to officers to conduct a visual inspection of the RV. Throckmorton told the Tennessean while he represented Warner in a civil matter several years ago, Warner was no longer a client of his in August 2019. He disputes that he told police they couldn't search the RV. I have no memory of that whatsoever, Throckmorton said of MNPD's claim. that they said they could not inspect the RV. I didn't represent him anymore. He wasn't an active client. I'm not a criminal defense attorney. He believes law enforcement could have done more to prevent the bombing. Somebody somewhere dropped the ball, Throckmorton said. Aaron said police at the time had no proof of wrongdoing by Warner. At no time was there any evidence of a crime detected and no additional action was taken, he said. No additional information about Warner came to the department's or the FBI's attention after August 2019. Aaron reported that the ATF also had no information on Warner. Warner's only prior arrest occurred more than 40 years earlier in January 1978 for marijuana possession. And this said information is brought to you by the Tennessean. So here we go with the 211. I had said to myself today when I was thinking about this story, well, yesterday, it's a new day, who knew Tony, Quinn, Warner? And what I said to myself, the one person who could give us information about Mr. Warner are his relatives, his parents, people who dealt with him on the daily, people who interacted with him more than just a passerby. And lo and behold, I wake up just now from my slumber, and this is a notification I get about the girlfriend speaking out now. So see, there's always somebody, and I've said this so many times with true crimes that the suspect will always tell someone something that they've done, something that they've thought about, something. And also, people who are close to a suspects will know of their demeanor and damn near what they're capable of doing. Now, naturally, they say you can't assume something about what a person says, because sometimes people just talk junk, talk trash, talk out of anger. But as you see, he was off the radar, but look where he is now. He's a national news story in America of a bombing that took place downtown Nashville, Tennessee on Christmas morning. So possibly, this nice, kind guy, quiet guy, wasn't quiet. And my mother used to tell me, as a child, it's the quiet ones that make the most noise. Shut your mouth. And that's who Mr. Warner was. He was a quiet guy, shy guy, probably didn't raise a lot of sand, probably wasn't argumentative, but he held a lot inside of his mind. And what did I tell you about the pondering of the mind? The idle mind that sits all day and think and think and think. You've got too much time to think, so you've got too much time to think about doing evil things. Terrible things. Because you've lost focus and you've lost your way. And if we are to believe this commentary about the girlfriend and the guns and him telling her about whatever he was complaining about, she feared for her life, then obviously nobody paid attention to who he was. And he may not have voiced his opinions every day about what he didn't like about the world or this and that. He could have just told her because he was dating her. And as they say, pillow talk. People break down their guard and they tell little things about themselves and their deepest secrets and what they're thinking, what they're lacking, goals, dreams, and sometimes things that are sinister. And I think it's interesting that nothing came of that investigation. He was not on the FBI's radar, but he made sure to keep that damn RV in that yard so nobody could see what he was tinkering with, such as what he's been doing the past couple of weeks while he was building a bomb for Christmas Day. Now we wait to hear what does the mother have to say about her son. And as I stated to you all the other day, someone in the comment section said there was a dispute about the house between he and his mother. I don't have verification of that, and I have yet to hear anything of that nature in any of the said articles. So I thought about that as well. Usually people transfer properties when they're in dispute or trying to hide assets or not let a person rightfully get an asset that they're sharing with. They're sharing property with. So they hand it over to someone else, so as the other person can't get the home. Now, I don't know why this man handed over 2 homes to the lady, Michelle Swing in California. Who is she to him? How did he come to know her? But now we have this lady coming forward, giving the 411. And I'm sure by later today, her full name will be disclosed to the public. Who she is, how long she dated him, how long she knew him, every little intricate detail, down to what color socks he liked wearing. because you know they're going to ask her. This is a crazy, riveting tale. Crazy. Because now we have to wonder, was it the press? Was it the 5G theory? Or was it all along he had mad issues, mad at the world, mad at this entity, that entity, and it really wasn't nothing wrong with him. He just felt like, hey, I don't like this person, I don't like this company, I don't like this, and I'm going to go out with a bang, and you all are going to know my name because you didn't know me when I was living, but you're going to know me now that I'm dead. See, you never know what's on a person's mind. And as I keep telling you all, you don't know people. And obviously, nobody really knew Anthony Quinn Warner at all. I will be back with another update as I get this set information. Thanks for joining me in this early morning. This is crazy nonsense because you don't know what to believe. Because as I state, you hear it all the time about people who bomb things, mass shootings, usually are males, Caucasian males. The first thing you always hear is that they're quiet. They didn't bother anybody. They barely talked. They were loners. And I often wonder, too, if he had a girlfriend or dated. Because when he said he was unmarried, no children, I said, dang, 63, no children, no marriage. I said, at least if he divorced somebody, he'd have his kids. You know, he'd have a relationship with his children, but he had no children. So I thought, wow, that's a lonely life. And of course, some people are fine with being single and never marrying and never having children. Don't get me wrong. Some people prefer their life that way, and there are happy people who live that way. But we now know that this unmarried man, this man who had no children, was not a happy camper. He was miserable. Because no sane, lucid, happy person would go do what they did. But one thing I do know, I may have to take those words back. I know he was lucid enough to give away his property, buy material for the bomb, park the RV in the yard, as to make the bomb parts, take the parts to make the bomb rather. So he knew what he was doing. And as they say, people can do crazy things, but it doesn't mean that they are diagnosed insane. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below. Mask up America, COVID is real. This is Everyday Shenanigans. See you later. Bye.